All right, wanted to give a terrain parkour update. It's been a couple weeks. Some new features have come out, and there's some new ways to play. So the first one is I redesigned this sign of um, relationships to the current sign that you're focused on. I think some of this was here before. So this is the number of world records you have to or from here. Top people. You can see it's timing down. There's some competition for this one. This new thing is nearby races. So these are organized by distance. Close is the closest. It's over there behind this thing. You can see this is the number one person's time. Yellow, if present, yellow means that I've run it, but there's no rank here. That means that I have no rank. And here I'm third. Here we have, well, I'll introduce those as time goes by. So yeah, so the goal of this is to help you find a place to run to. So this shows there's a sign called Iris. It's about 2,000 studs away. Nobody's run it before, so let's run over there. So what's going on with the game right now? I'm still exploring a lot of new play modes. So the basic principle of the game is dynamic routing. So the game wants to reward you. The better you are at knowing where you are and knowing the fastest way to get to a place and smoothly jumping and moving there without getting caught up and without taking diversions, possibly involving like making jumps, taking shortcuts, but more interestingly involving going out of your way and going the opposite direction to get some path that you don't know about. So the better you are at that, the better I want you to do at the game. The other big thing is the new slogan of the game is everything matters. So that means the goal is that every action you would take would contribute to some kind of persistence of you doing that. So most of the time in the game, you're still racing first time runs, which are by definition the world record. But there's some other new features here. So these are three there's always going to be three opportunities. Unless you've run every target of the sign, there's three opportunities here. The first one is a sign which nobody's ever run. It's the closest sign which nobody's ever run. The second is a sign that's at least 2,000 studs away, which nobody's ever run. The third is a sign which somebody may have run, but which you have never run. And the general principle of these sign relationships is that we never show the same sign twice. So if something were expected to show up over here, but shows up over here instead, it'll just show up here. We'll be done with it. I find this interesting because when you get to a sign, you can look around and see, oh, I have actually done this before. So this is quite bad. So Emerald's down there. It's over there. So I'm in second place, but I'm like 6 seconds behind the lead. So it seems like I should be able to speed up my time given that there looks like there's a lot of room for improvement. Information that I would like to include here, which I don't now, is total number of runs. And I think even more interestingly, the distance and the speed that this person maintained. We now have a speed display. So let me show you. So I touch it and say I run in a straight line. My speed is 59, 58. So why is it going down? It's going down because there's still some diagonal to the path that I'm running. But now it's going up because the long part of the triangle is long enough that I'm making up for it. So as I start to rotate, you see as I rotate, the speed goes down because the speed is continuously calculated as if I'd run in a straight line from the origin of the sign to where I am now. So let's start running back towards it. Now it's dramatically going down. Even though I'm moving quickly, my net speed for the 37 seconds that have been happening is going down. That's what that means. So this is a way to discover some interesting things about the way the game and movement works. All right, so what were we going to do? So let's find a sign. So something I want to develop is I'm running. There are commands. Did I touch it? Oh, I touched it. Darn. So when you're running, say I were to bump into a sign here and decide, do I want to touch it? Like, would I get a world record or am I already behind the time which I've run previously? I would like to have just a beautiful little pop-up over the sign saying, hit me, you got 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds left to get a world record, but we don't have that yet. It's in development. So this is a new sign. There's 320 some signs now. So a fun way to play is pick a sign that you want to go to and go to it. So we have these new types of signs. Linked. So this group is places with interesting names. Socotra, Akureyri, Hola, Vala, Gardur, Kaminarimon, and Kochi are all interesting places that I've been. Mostly been. I haven't been to all of them. Whose name I really liked. And they will preferentially show up as a way to just let people know, hey, if you want to race this race, like you can get your name in lights and this is going to be a thing. These are the remainders. So if there's nothing else to show here, and there's one other type which I haven't introduced yet. If there's nothing else to show, we show names who are alphabetically close to SOC. So let's go. So 321 seconds to start. I think I can beat that. And I've got 4 world records, so I'll be up to more. So where's start? So start is near Plains. Let's see, Plains is over there. So Plains and start are called that because when the game started and there was only like a few signs, that was the first region that I ever developed. And that's why there's so many signs over there and they're so close together. Something that is being entirely validated is the principle that signs should be close together. Each region, like this region here, has so many signs. There's a sign there, there's a sign hidden on the wall, there's a sign in there, there's a bunch of signs over there, there's 2 signs over there, there's a sign there, there's more signs over there. Sorry, it's very hard to move the camera around here. So in general, I don't know if I've ever had a state where I have too many signs too close together. Even places like 3D Cube and Gold Pond, people used to have a ton of fun just grinding out that 1 second race. And it's a bit polluted by variation in movement methodologies over time, and like various bugs that I've had have made it allowable to hack times, but that'll all get fixed. Okay, so we made it to start. We beat this guy. We're first place on this race. So we also have this new leaderboard display. So I have 308 fines. This rank means that I'm 6th rank for fines. Number of world records, number of top 10s, runs and races that I've ever discovered, and runs that I've done, and ticks as accumulator. So you can see here, this is the start place. So there's a lot of activity here. The total sum of all available world records is every world record from 325 other signs and every world record to. So the total is actually very high, and I'll show you later what that looks like in a very interesting case where someone has actually run every single race possible from a sign. I'm amazed that they did it. It's such a great achievement. First person to ever do it. Okay, let me demo the other related sign that I display here. It's called Popular. So actually, start and race start are linked, just because I think it's fun to do this long. They're pretty far away from each other. But here's this Popular. So what I do is I look at races which have been run, races which have been run more than 10 times, and I show them here. Now, they're not in order of popularity, which is something I want to fix. And if you don't reach 10, you don't get shown. And I know that's something else I want to fix. If there's 9, why not show it, right? There should always be a dedicated section for the runs, the races which are most popular from here. Currently, there's no 2 here included. That's something to consider. Although, from the perspective of you being here, it's not that relevant. I think for world record, it makes more sense. The future design of this, so this is getting really cluttered. It's, I spent a bit of time trying to figure out a better way to display this. I'm happy with the faces, and I know what this means. I guess I'm sort of happy with it, but it's pretty tough to read, and there's a lot more stuff I want to include, like distance. So what I'm thinking now is, rather than hard coding this, which takes a bit of time to calculate, there'll be buttons here. So you pop it, you'll see world record leader to from, you'll see run record, run to, run from record for people that just want to grind away to get your name in lights. That's fine. You'll see sign historical dominance. So imagine Psychotic was at one point the sign leader. Well, he might have an asterisk next to his name to say he used to be the sign leader, that you get credit for that. You got the leader. Doesn't matter if somebody else came along later. Stuff like that is possible. And then over here we'd have buttons nearby, available, never ran, records you don't hold. So show the closest records which you don't hold. Runs you don't hold. Runs you've never done here. That's this section. Linked, popular, alphabetical. And then maybe even some way to just get a display of here to everywhere, right? Why not? I want people to be powerful. And these buttons, when you click on them, it'll expand out into a much more detailed row. So right now, each row just has these 4 sections: sign, face, details, and name. Okay, I need to do some running here. So let's run over to a very, very special sign called Shimrod, which I wanted to demo to people. So where is this sign? So let's see. You go, there's this, you go down there. There's like shiny over there, it's not there. There's this big cube, there's the Egyptian area, it's not there. It's by Virtual, which is by the sticks, which is by, okay, so it's over here. So there's a long pole that sticks out here, so it's over there. So I think we should go, let's try a different route. So let's go through Frigate, over there to Lemna, jump off, go over Xylem, pop over there, go across the Salt to the right of Flint, pop down the red zone. Yeah, let's do this. Let's see if this is the route. So, oh, that was a bad start. So there doesn't seem to be a way to, well, I could have checked if anybody has done this race before, and I'm sure they have because of the special properties of this sign. Oh my God, where am I going? Okay. I could have done it with command line, and that would have been interesting. Like, in a sense, I would have liked to have been able to look at the sign, pick my target, click the target, and then have some kind of guidance along the route. So, for example, it would say racing from start, and I would have declared my destination. So it would say from start to Shimrod. Ooh, there's a death pit. So why would that have been good? In this case, not very good. But I'm wondering if for certain players, it might be beneficial to give them a bit of a pointer where they're supposed to go. Now, it kind of defeats the point of the game in that you got to find everything yourself. But I'm thinking about this because in the race case, like in the random race, say you have a random race from A to B. Oh, he beat me by a mile. In the random race case, it would be nice to be able to have some direction so that if there's 10 people in the server, you'd still have a big advantage of knowing where the sign really was, but the arrow would point to just where as the crow flies it was, which almost all of the time is not the optimal route. But anyway, let me introduce the sign to you, Shimrod. Let's see what we got. It's taking a long time to load. Did I click it? There it is. Boom. 622 world records for Fyodorek. It's amazing. And only 3 other people have any world record. Nearby races, dominance, Fyodorek, but I stole a Virtual from him. I wonder why he hasn't taken it away from me. I didn't. He may not be pursuing this anymore, but I think it's really amazing. He secretly went here and raced all world records. And I'm sure was waiting for me to add signs so that he could be the first to get them. So here's how the game works now. So a new mode that I really like is, let's see, so let me pick a race. So start in 55. Now let's do Shadows in 76. I think I could beat that. So Shadows is just like, go back to civilization, fall down, and walk along that long path, and we should be good, right? I can get up here. Okay. So let's see, we go to plains. So we need to be a little bit to the right of plains because getting from plains is blocked by maze, which is really annoying to get through. Oh no, we don't have to go through maze. So we do want to be left because there's use social, there's plains, use social. Okay. So as I've been racing around, I really have gotten a sense of where everything is. It's pretty interesting. Much better than I used to have. Like I used to really have a hard time figuring out the location of everything. Okay, so we're 38 seconds. We got to race over to that red, drop down about right in the middle. Yeah, I don't think we're going to make it. We only have 78 seconds and it was very slow to get here. But let's put our name up there just to have the nice yellow. Right now we don't give too many rewards for second places. I will get like a couple ticks for getting a world record. It's good to get your time in there. Okay, so what else has changed? Oh, we might just make it 78. I think we're getting slightly close. So I don't know exactly where it is along here. I think it's like around the middle. This is going to be very close. This is going to be very, very close. 74. Okay, so we got it. So we took it away from him. He could easily beat me. I think he was doing the correct behavior by just running each race once as fast as you can, not grinding it. There's no point in grinding it if you have no competition. All right, so let's go to somewhere from Shadows. So this is the new game. So let's go to Shadows to Stickmaster. So it's only 600 studs away. I think Valgrind is better, though. I know where that is. This region used to be very dark, and then I recently lightened up the game, reduced the effect of shadows. It's quite a bit more playable now. Still needs a bit of cleaning in here. There's not much of a reason for those gaps that those bump outs that I was looking. This wood stuff really shows just how hard it is to jump on the wood block, like how problematic or how much difficulty the avatar has where your chest gets stuck on the item and it just doesn't feel smooth. It really like biases me against using these brick or wood blocks materials. Okay, so let's go from here now. So it's not going to be back. So let's terminal aorta. So aorta is a pain to get to. Eno is good, 2,000 exactly. So we have some new. So I fixed badges, so those work. So I've done planes. I'm 8th. Let's just see if I can get better on planes. I don't like to be 8th. So I need to go there. So what's a good way? So the problem is the start. So run up there, go over there, hop over. I can make it from there to there. Okay, so let's try this. Okay, that was a bit annoying. Too much hopping. Can I make this? And then now it's all about exactness, precision. All right, I got 4th. That's not too bad. So yeah, everybody's pretty close. Okay, so now let's go from planes. So the things that are missing now, so I feel pretty happy with like the 1-to-1, like point-to-point race modes. What's missing now is server-wide sign statuses and like race attractiveness. So that means like today, which race was run the most, or what is the most popular race on the server, which you've never run. So imagine there's a run that's been done 500 times, you've never done it. That sucks. You got to go over there and do it. The other thing is this random race thing. So I think I demonstrated this last time. So right now, random race, all it does is teleport you to a place, which you've been to and which has some other traits, and then tells you where you should go. So it says I should go to Scuba, and it shows the historical record of people going to Scuba, but it doesn't actually require me to go to Scuba. And then if someone else were to, it doesn't start my timer, which is annoying, right? It should start your timer, so it would reward you for just going as soon as you go and being ready to go. Where was it? Did I come from? Oh, this is Kermit. So it also doesn't lock me in to going where the race is directing me. I can just go anywhere I want. So in effect, it's just free teleportation, which I don't mind. I like to let people move. But I think it would be better if right now it said racing from Lilypad to Scuba, and then it said if I were to touch any other sign, it would say you're supposed to go to Scuba, you can't. Click here to cancel. If I click, it just cancels the race and you just do what you want. You do your normal race. Or if I succeeded and made it all the way to Scuba, I would get a reward. I would get a random race completion +1. And if at the end of, and say someone else joined me, and there was like 5 people doing random races with me, all sequentially just joining that same one, when it expired, the back end could be like, okay, 5 people did the random race, that's cool. Who won it? And then you can have an award, won a random run, which would be really cool. And of course it's hackable. You could have like an alt in there and just beat them and cheat it. I don't care. It doesn't matter. People won't do that. So that would be fun. This is a race where, because the start initially was over there was a huge amount of competition for Cosmo. So let's look at stats. So world records to, world records from. Yeah, there's quite a few more world records from, but there's a lot too. So probably there and back. One thing about this game is it's very annoying to do records to or from places which are hard to get to, because you just end up spending all your time climbing up, which is really annoying. All right, so where should I go? Let's go. So Decker, I don't place at all. So Decker's over there. It seems like I should be able to place on Decker. Oh, that was a bad jump. Oh, I moved up. Yeah, so I'm in 10th place, and I was previously some lower place, so we don't describe the diff. Okay, so let's see about Decker. So a lot of people like to run from Decker. And look at all these popular races it's got. It's crazy. It's maxed out practically. So which one have I never done? So Oxalis is the one over there. It's very annoying to get to. I can do that. Mare's 19 seconds. I can do that. I think I probably can't beat them. So you go straight, you cut across in a unique way, and then you go left to the opposite corner. I think this is Mare. Is this Marscape or Mare? I may be doing Marscape. So the benefit of popular is that close covers a lot of interesting races. Like people really like to race to stuff that's close by to them. I got second place. But there's certain races that, while not close, are very obvious. They're like obviously that you would want to race from one to the other because you can see them. For example, Weathertop has one. So let's do Mare to Weathertop. Let's just see what it's like first. So Mare to Weathertop. So I don't even place. I'm 2.2 seconds behind, and I don't even place in top 10. The other thing I want to do is I want to expand the ranking system to cover more than just 1 to 10. Why did I do so bad? I've run this race 2 times. Why doesn't it tell me how my time improved? That seems like a miss. I probably only show the time improving if you also place. But I should show it in all cases. So I'll put that on the list of things to fix. I'm fixing a lot of little stuff like that as time goes by. Okay, so let's try it better. So I'm going to do a bit of a run strat. Oh, that was bad. Run strats. Oh yeah, 5th place. So yeah, black is winning, very close, but it's beautiful to me to see everyone arrayed there, times bunched up. Clearly performance is related to outcome, or to actual difficulty of the contest. So here's something interesting. Weathertop actually has a common race down there to Khufu, which is extremely far away. Yeah, popular race. So let's see. So who are just these maniacs that ran this? Like, why did so many people run this? It's really weird. Like, it's cool, but you wouldn't think about it. There's not other popular races like that. So what are the other populars? So I really wish that I could see populars by distance. So these are linked because these are mystical. These are like fantasy story places. Spiral is way up there. That's obvious. Like it's at the top of this spinning thing right there. Journey to the center of the earth is because you drop down and you hit it. It's only 14 seconds. Overlook is because you climb up. So I'm a little surprised at Overlook. Overlook is all the way over there. So it's actually, how did somebody get to Overlook in 14 seconds? That seems really fast. Oh, Overlook and Overpass are not the same. So where's Overlook? Oh, Overlook is there. Yeah, it's that one right there. Okay. Gold Pond is close. Khufu. So Khufu's way down there. That's long. Gold Pond is the start place. So what about Waffle? Have we got Waffle? Yeah, Waffle 7 seconds is over there. Is right there. Barrows we got. So we don't have Barrows. So let's take a shot at Barrows. I would bet a lot of people have run this. I would bet I've run this before. All right, so where's the game going? So there's a couple new modes that I want to experiment with. One I kind of came up with accidentally when I was playing around with somebody yesterday. We were kind of chasing around the map as a test of speed, and it was interesting. He was ahead of me, and it was quite challenging to even try to stay close at all. So what if you declare someone to be it, and they glow, and they're highlighted, and everyone has an arrow pointing to them, and their location is very visible. And every second on the server, we calculate, we put a beam between you and them, whose color depends on how far away you are. Like if you're under 10 studs, it's green. you're 10 to 20, it's blue. If you're 20 or more, it's yellow. If you're 40 or 50 or more, it's red. And you get points based on your ranking of how far away you are from the person, or from the absolute distance. And the person's job is to minimize the number of points they allow people to get by just jumping like a maniac around here, across everything. I think this could go on for like 60 seconds and you just go, go, go. So this is a mode that I think would be really fun to explore. I've never seen a game that does this before. It's kind of like tag, except there's no actual tagging mechanism. It's more like the continuous version of tag, because you have to maintain your closeness to the person for as long as possible versus just doing it a single time, which is something I like. Making continuous versions of formerly discrete games. And then the other mode is my old classic that I always talk about, marathon mode. So I've thought about how to do this more, and I think there's a cheap way to do it where it overlays on top of, it's not a separate mode. So imagine we're just running around here, and in the lower right corner, there's a display of the alphabet, A through Z. And then there's a button called reset next to it. And when you click reset, it's visual, all the letters come back. Then as I run, if I hit a sign like Aguirre, the A would disappear. If I hit Xylem, the X would disappear. And I'm doing my normal races. I'm just doing whatever, as you do. But once all of the letters disappear, it means that I've hit every letter of the alphabet. And the time since last reset was hit, or since first sign was hit, to make it convenient for you, that time is recorded as an alphabet run. And you've done 26 signs. So let's try one. Okay. So let's just try one now. Okay, so I will keep track in chat. So I'll do P. So I'm not doing it in alphabetical order. Let's do alphabetical. Let's do alphabetical. All right, so this is going to be very hard. So we got Death Valley. So we're near Aguirre. So let's do Aguirre. Yeah, sequential is very hard and probably relies on a lot of memorization. But actually, I think it's going to be pretty fun. And there will be like a single solution for sequential, whereas I think the solution for out of order, like cover every map. Oh, where's Aguirre? Oh, it's over there. Sorry, cover every letter in any order, maybe from a specific starting place would be interesting. Even alpha order. So imagine you have to do it from A to Z. People would work out what the fastest route is. But imagine I start you in a place which you're really unfamiliar with. That would be interesting. Okay, so let's do some. So this is what it'll be like. So I'll click start, I'll hit A. Okay, now I'm gonna do batatas. This will also have the side effect of making races from an A sign to a B sign be much faster. Oh no, there's Baustrophodon right here. Or Baustrophodon. Okay, so where am I going to go after this? It doesn't have to be strictly in order. Like I can touch other signs in the meantime, but I'm going to try not to, just for fun's sake. This game really isn't about avoiding doing things. Like, there's no fear of death. It's really only about doing things positively. It's sort of like a skateboarding competition. Okay, chasm. So we got C. So where's D? I can look on the sign and see if there's anything interesting. Any D's on here? Oh yeah, there's D right up there. Okay, so we go there. So the system is not helping me by keeping my full time, which it would have to do in the lower right with this. But I think this is quite easy to implement. Okay, we'll do D. Oh yeah, this is obviously the place to start the alphabet race. Duh. All right, so we got to do D. Let's just hit it. I want to get credit for this race, even though. E. Yeah, I've run that 3 times. I used to delete my account all the time, like delete all my records for testing purposes, which like makes sense because I had a lot of records that were not fair. But man, now I haven't done that in a while and I've built up so many ticks and I actually like to have them. All right, D, E, F. So what's a good F? Or what's a good G? Forget. Oh, grass tree is close by. Hasmonean is good. Who's nearby? Oh, Husqvarna is good. That's nearby. G. Oh, I didn't touch it, but okay, we gotta go. Okay, G, H. I don't know if there's any I signs yet. I can test in a minute. Okay, H. Inca. Okay, so this is quite a ways. This is near start. And I think that for fairness sake, there should be no restarting. Like, I hate when in a speed run, restarting the game or killing yourself or something like that is included as part of the run. It's so dissatisfying as a player. It's just too meta. So that's a good indication. I'll have to, if you respawn, it just resets your alphabet. I always wanted to do something more with this area. There's a few signs here. Cornu is like a really fun sign. I'm happy with that. But I put a lot of detail into the other areas here, and none of it means anything. You know, it's kind of just something to jump over. And it's even worse than that because jumping over it often will slow you down, but it makes it more fun. So I want to make it rewarding to do jumping over. Okay, what's a good J sign? Is there any J sign? Jeremiah, Jonas, Vance, Mazatlan, Jitty. Where's Jitty? Oh, Jitty is over there. Yeah, Jitty's over there. On the other side of pool. Okay, so J. There'll be a K nearby. I think there's a ton of K signs. I'll do up to M. So this is taking maybe 5 minutes. I would predict a true runner, alphabetical order, in forced order. Yeah, they'll be able to knock this out like crazy. Like they'll find stuff that is great. Okay, J. Oh, I never found this one before. Okay. Using the hint to find it feels a bit like it's cheating. But I have found the sign on my own. If you were trying to do this without having found the sign ever, that would be tough. Well, I never slowed down because I continuously jumped. All right, so where's a K? We got Junior Egg. We have Ararat. We have Rojo, Romulus, Remus. Carolina is over there. And then if we wanted, we could come back and do... Oh, this is aphid, crenellation. So we got to do K, and then L is going to be... Haldane is here. Hijkl. M. So we need L. We got Hunters over here. We got Kochi up there. We got Queequeg. That's a very good sign to have. K, L. Where's L? Is there any L over here? Atocha. There needs to be something down in these pits here. Engerond. Uloy. Mayville. Ooh, I need to develop this area here. Well, I never go to Poke, you know? I'm walking around on my own. I rarely make it over that far, but we're already there. Okay, so we did K, L, Aran, Lilypad. Is Lilypad over here? No, it's Polk, Conciliance, and something else. And then what is this one here? Jersey and Aran. And then something with P. Maybe I should, there's not really a point in disabling command line because somebody could just have a list offline. So I think I just have to accept the fact that people will memorize this. Okay, so this is a new mode that will be fun. The other mode that could be good is, oh, this is Ricardo over here. There's a P over there, Puzzlana. There you go. So the other mode that'll be fun will be something like random race. So I'll be in here with like 5 people and I'll do a challenge to random race. It'll, oh, I hate this area. Oh my God, it's so scary. You'll see, okay, I don't want to go that way. It'll say challenge to random. Okay, I really got to take a note to fix that. I don't like this. I'll just bite the bullet and go in the water. So it'll say, click here to teleport to Jitty, you got to run to Carolina. Everyone will click it, run the race, and then automatically, or maybe opt in, or some kind of connected way, they will get pulled into a sequence of races, and there'll be like a sequence concept. So there'll be a scoreboard that's displayed on the screen, like of the last sequence of 10 races, you've won 3. and that's good. Oh, lignin is good. So lignin, that's like pretty far away. I don't want to go all the way down there. Oh, this is Moranus. This is S something. And then GmbH. And there's one over there. Why am I going this way? This is not good at all. Oh, am I just going to fall to my doom here? There's Disillusion. I've never gone down this way because it's really unfinished. Yeah, like not happy with it at all. Oh, it's so scary. I could lose the run. Ice Cave. Okay. Disillusion. L. So I'm headed to Lignin. It's very unlikely anyone's ever done Carolina to Lignin. Oh, what's that? Okay. I really need to spend a few hours like just doing some more map building. Just fill out these gaps in the edges here. This area is like really unintentional the way things are laid out. All right, so speaking of modes, yeah, random race mode, marathon mode, alphabet mode. Starting with alphabet mode, probably. So we got Erdos, climbing wall, trags, sphere. I'll try to cut across the sphere. What is this? Atocha? Armeens. Okay, so we got to go to M. We got Union, Drin to me, Sphere, Lignin is halfway, Nomon, Sundial, Noon. Do we have Midnight? Is Midnight one of them over here? Wow, this is a very long race. Carolina, Lignin. There we go. Okay, L. I could like grant a badge for this in another way, where if you just have such races in your history, you just win. Like A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, etc. I could just be dynamically checking them every time you finish or discover a race or participate in a race for the first time, do a run. But, I mean, there could be a good progress bar for that if you were to get the quest. But maybe not so interesting. Wozniak, Cromulent. So we got LM. 100 millimeter mango. All right, so this is it. So in all, it took about, oh wow, it took like 10 minutes to do up through M. I think a pro would be able to do the entire thing in like 10 minutes. That's my challenge to you, community. Do a sequential alphabet run in 10 minutes. Good luck. All right, I think that's good for today. Let me just give briefly the other updates. So what are the things that are being worked on? So I have a big list of badges, which I can talk about in my to-do list. So badges are like much more so grinding, world records to and from, round tripping, so going from A to B and B to A, back again, and then an additional one for having the world record from that. Okay, there's lots of stuff in development, really. We don't need to go over it all. And there's a Discord, so join that from the game details page. Take it easy, folks.